How are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. My name is Kevin, and today we are continuing to play Floor 9 Luck Be a Landlord. For anyone following along, our win-loss record is currently 4 wins to 3 losses, so like 60%, something like that. So not so bad. Let's jump right in and see if we can improve that slightly with another win. See if we can get some interesting synergies as well. Let's go with a flower. And out of these, we'll take a B since we have 2 flowers. It's not so bad. I'll take a shiny pebble to try and stack the luck a little bit early on. See if we can get something decent. Let's take a lockbox. And we made the first rent payment with 6 left over. 50 now due in 5 spins. I think we'll take a void fruit. Should be pretty good this early on. And we could take shedding season, sorry. I don't take it very often, but it should be alright. Dwarf is always pretty good. And out of these, I don't particularly want any of these, but I guess we could take a crab. None of them are great. Let's take a milk. Hope the cat gets to it. That should be pretty decent. We can take a bubble. Just rolls in, gives us 2 per turn, and then destroys itself. And we made the 50 rent payment with 26 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. Let's take an item capsule, a few decent items, and let's take jack-o'-lanterns, pretty good. Could now pick up a toddler. And we could take a second shiny pebble, and we got purple pepper. 5 kinds if 3 or more of the same symbol are adjacent. Okay, that's probably not going to pop too often for us. We will take a toddler though, it gives us 2 and it's pretty decent. Let's take another void fruit. And let's take out of these, I don't think we want any of these. Let's take one more shiny pebble, I guess. We're definitely banking on these paying off with a good rare fairly soon, hopefully. We made the 100 rent payment with 30 left over. 150 now due in 6 spins. Okay, let's take a void creature, I guess, and we could take grave robber. Seems to be the best option out of those. Ooh, joker. Let's take a joker. It gives 3 and it makes these kind of auto picks. Maybe we could go for a suits build. I haven't had one of them in a while. Let's re-roll this, and we don't want any of them. Okay, let's take an urn since we do have grave robber. And we have 2 spins. Pinata is great. That could definitely help us make the next rent payment. In fact, it did 63 on that turn. That's brilliant. Let's skip these. And our toddler is still helping us out a lot. We made the 150 rent payment with 55 left over. 225 now due in 7 spins. Okay, we don't have any way getting rid of billionaire, so we won't take it. In fact, we'll skip all of these. Let's take black cat because it makes a well, we only have 1 cat, so it's probably not the best. Okay, let's take a second cat, and now we're 2 each. Okay, and we're getting 25 per spin, which isn't quite enough. A wealthy capsule will help out. And we don't want a coconut half, I don't think. 4 spins to get about 60, so we'll definitely make the next rent, but we kind of have to figure out what we're doing from then on. Okay, oh, what did I take? I meant to take the wealthy capsule. In fact, I did. Okay, I was afraid that I'd misclicked there and clicked on the hex, but luckily enough, it was the wealthy capsule. Okay, we don't want a bounty hunter. Okay, this run doesn't have much of a direction yet, but we did make the 225 rent payment with 31 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins. Let's take a wine for the dwarf, is pretty good. And let's take, do we want any of these? Not particularly. I'll take dwarf and anvil instead. Just gives us instant money with the wine. Let's re-roll this for another wine. That's okay. That should definitely help us make the next rent payment. And we don't want... Should I take an ore for the dwarf? Can now destroy ore. I don't think so. Although I am a bit worried about making red. Let's take a clubs for the Joker. We can start. And Mrs. Fruit is great. That's a bit of a scaling option. So now we want to remove our coin and we want to remove this pearl. Okay. If we can make the next rent payment, I think that we should stabilize here, but that'll depend on, we definitely need, okay, I think in order to make the next rent payment, we need to get 70 on this spin, which basically means we need both of these wines to be eaten. Which unfortunately, I think means we need a second dwarf, and we needed to hit both of the wines, which we didn't. So this run just didn't make it. We just found our, I suppose, our path just slightly too late, which is a pity because I think if we'd made the next rent payment, we definitely could have turned this run into a win, but we just got the scaling slightly too late. So now down to 50% wins versus losses, which is a bit sad, but let's give it another go. Let's see if we can figure out something on this time round. We could try for a crabs build. And I think coal is pretty decent. It's also very early to get coal, which is quite good. Let's take an anchor. Okay, and we could take a second cat. Okay, and we made the first rent payment, 25 rent payment with 7 left over. 50 now due in 5 spins. Let's take a rabbit fluff and let's take grey rubber. Okay, I'm hoping to get some kind of good rare. We took a dwarf there because the dwarf is always pretty decent. Let's take a second coal. Okay, let's take a wine and let's hope it hits the dwarf. But we should make rent even without the wine. Let's take a third coal. Okay, if we can survive long enough for these diamonds to transform, I guess, we should be in a pretty decent state. We did make the 50 rent payment, only 10 left over, which isn't great, but 100 now due in 6 spins. Let's skip all of these. Maybe we should have taken the rain. We probably should have taken the rain. Okay, yellow pepper, cyan. No, that's never gonna. Let's take lime pepper. Okay, let's take a void creature. We don't want a cultist, but I will take a bronze arrow. And let's take, can we afford another coal? I think so. Great hit there with the bronze arrow hitting the wine and then hitting the dwarf. That's perfect. Can't complain. And with that, that should tide us over now until our coal rolls in. Let's take a shiny pebble. And once our diamonds start paying out, we should have enough scaling. I think we made the 100 rent payment with 73 left over. 150 now due in 6 spins. Let's take another wine. And let's take, can I afford comfy pillow? I'll take comfy pillow, but I don't know how often we'll use it, to be honest. Let's take a beer for the dwarf. Okay, and here let's take a wealthy capsule and let's use our removal to get rid of kine, I guess. Alright, 3 spins until we get our first diamond. Are we going to survive 2 spins to get, yeah, perfect. So we have 2 cats, so we can take a milk. So the milk and I think that was the wine got eaten, which is brilliant. Let's skip this. Let's do it. And we made the 150 rent payment with 47 left over. 225 now due in 7 spins. Okay, we don't want anything of these, and let's take a hustling capsule, I guess, and let's take anthropology degree is worth 1 at the moment. A void portal is worth also 1. Shrine, let's take a void portal. Okay, 29, 6, say 6 by 30 is about 180. So yes, we should make the next rent payment. Let's take another coal. Still pretty early on. Okay, void portal will start paying out 1 now, which is great. Do I want another coal? This is, yes, I guess so. So we're definitely really going all in on these diamonds. Let's take a wealthy capsule. Okay, 3 spins. Did I miss? 6 by 30 is 180. We should definitely... Oh, we still have 3 spins, so we should get another... Oh, we're not getting 30 every spin. That's what the problem is. Okay. 26. With wealthy capsule, we can't afford that, I'm afraid. With wealthy capsule, though, we should definitely make it. Okay, 50. That's great. We made the 225 rent payment with 27 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins. I'm starting to think, what did we get from Comfy Pillow the last time? Void portal. I guess that's pretty good. But we probably would have been better off using the spin, and then all our diamonds would be 1 closer to transforming. Hopefully we'll get away with it though. Let's take a void fruit. And let's take... I do have a shiny pebble, so let's take Kyle the Kermit. We don't need to remove anything at the moment. Okay, 44. If we get 44 by 6, it's 240. Okay, we should make the next rent payment. Let's take a reroll capsule and let's leave it. 20 symbols is okay. Let's take another void fruit. Okay, we almost to our 4th diamond, 50. That's perfect. We could take a big urn because we do have grave robber, and let's remove the flower. 44, that's still okay. We don't want any of these. Let's reroll for something better. Don't want any of these. Let's reroll and let's skip. Okay, at least we got some money from the rerolls, so it's not too bad. Okay, let's skip all of these. I should have taken that, the pepper that gives you money whenever you skip. Let's skip. Do I want to... Can I afford this? Is there many rare items that would definitely help me? With a diamond build, probably not. So I think we'll probably better off taking the spin, banking up the money and getting our diamonds closer to transforming. We made the 300 red payment with 75 left over. 375 now due in 8 spins. Okay, Robin Hood is pretty decent. Yeah, I think we'll take a Robin Hood. And let's take Big Symbol Bomb, I guess. We'll probably end up not taking anything from these, but it's good to have the options. Big Urn is... Even Big Urn isn't great. Yeah, so we didn't take anything from Big Symbol Bomb. That's not too bad. I suppose we could have taken Big Urn. Let's take the milk for the cats. And with Wealthy Capsule, let's see how we do here. Rusty Gear would be great. 50 by 5, 250. Yep, we should have no problem making rent. Big 70 on that turn. What does he destroy billionaires? He does, yes. So let's take the billionaire. And we do have a wine, dwarf I mean, for the wine. Billionaire hits the wine, so it's not too bad, and then gets destroyed. That's perfect. Let's take a lucky capsule. At this stage, General Zarf would be pretty decent. Moon, however, is not something we want. Let's skip this. I think we can afford to use the rent payment now. We made the 375 rent payment with 114 left over. 450 now due in 8 spins. And Card Shark is not what we want. Sun is unfortunately also not what we want. So let's take another Bronze Arrow, isn't too bad. And Lucky Carrot is pretty decent. And at this stage now we want to get rid of... Let's get rid of this cherry. Hopefully we get a few removal capsules now. 122, that's brilliant. Let's take another hustling capsule. That adds to the void portal and we should have no problem making the next rent. Okay, we don't have a way of getting rid of thieves, so we'll skip thieves. We also don't have the item to buff thieves, so there's no real point in getting them. Okay, 89. With this number of diamonds, I think we can pretty much skip and win the run. Hopefully comfy pillow. Hopefully the lucky carrot will maybe give us some decent symbols along the way. Removal capsules would definitely be wanted. I could take a Highlander. I think I definitely should. It's not quite as good as a diamond, but it's not bad. Well, diamonds are worth 10, it's actually quite a bit worse. So, but still, it's still better than most things in the deck. Okay, let's take another wealthy capsule, I guess. And we can afford to skip the rent payment to get a rare item. And here, let's take a lucky capsule. And let's take... So, chili pepper will give me, what, 1? It's not great. And the egg carton does have the potential to give me more than 1. But let's take chili powder. Mostly just because it lowers the amount of rare items in the pool. So I might get a better one next time. Dame is perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. This diamond should be worth a fair amount. 36, excellent. Midas Bomb, while fun, would definitely destroy this run, I think, so let's skip it. 105, can't complain with that. Let's take a Void Fruit. Let's just slowly make our Void portal better. 130, Silver Arrow is great. Okay, Void Stone's pretty decent as well. And out of these, target should definitely not survive very long with all the arrows and the Robin Hood. I fear it wasn't long for the world. Let's take another lucky capsule. And we're up to 1100, yep. And here, let's take a wealthy capsule, I guess. We can skip this spin. We made the 575 rent payment with 723 left over. 650 now due in 9 spins. Probably 8 spins for us. Amherst. We do have a Dame and a load of arrows, so I think Amherst is pretty decent. Oh, Sunglasses is great. Now we just have to get 4 removal capsules. So we definitely be looking for removals here. Skip this. Okay, let's skip here. Probably skip most things if they're not removal capsules at this stage. Should be a giant diamond, yep, 72, not bad. Do we want a rabbit? Rabbits do give 3 times more, so they will give 9 eventually actually. Our deck is just getting so big. Let's take a rabbit though. I don't want the second rabbit, I only took the first one because why not? But it's definitely not something I want to pivot into. Let's take an item capsule. Oh, excellent. Now our chili powder gives us 2. And this purple pepper should actually proc most turns. We should get 3 diamonds next to each other most turns. Okay, not a problem. Is magic key any good for us whatsoever? No. So let's skip. Let's see how big we can get this Amherst. And let's skip all of these. Let's skip the last spin. So we made the 650 rent payment with 1018 left over. 700 now due in 10 spins. General Zaroff is interesting. He would clear 3 things out of the deck, but unfortunately one of them is a dame. Let's take another dame. I don't particularly want a lucky dice. We could take coffee, I guess. We probably won't use it, but not so bad anyway. Shouldn't have taken that rabbit. That was a bad idea. Wild card, we don't need it. What we need are removals. Let's take another item capsule. Checkered flag, that's pretty decent with Robin Hood. Again, not really something we need, however. Let's take another void creature. Let's just get this void portal up. It's now giving us 4 per turn, which isn't too bad. I don't need anything there. Getting about 150 per turn. Pair is pretty decent, but not for this run. We already have an Amherst here. Up to 7 right now. Excellent. I don't need a thief. These should be some fairly big diamonds. 32 each, not too bad. I don't particularly need a wine. Yeah, we're just gonna skip everything. Moon for the rabbit is fun. We could definitely pivot into it. If I was going endless, I probably might pivot into this, but we're not going to go endless with this run. This run definitely could go endless, I think, with the Amherst, a few more dames. Yeah, we could definitely go endless. Let's take another removal capsule. Let's skip the last spin. So we made the 700 rent payment with 1706 left over. 777 due in 10 spins. We can already make that. There's another moon. Let's re-roll for something better, which we didn't get. So let's skip. Don't want Undertaker, I guess. Take it because it's a rare, which is the only reason. Got our Amherst up to 12 now, I think. I think it's worth, is it worth 1? No, worth 1, so it's up to 11 now. Skip, could get another rabbit. Doesn't look like we're going to get any use from these sunglasses whatsoever. Let's take another item capsule, I guess. Share jar, swear jar, share jar. Share the burden. I just can't talk today, apparently. A removal capsule, that's great. Probably a bit late, but not so bad. We definitely don't want any big urns because the spirits will never leave and just pollute our deck. Would I be better off just... Now I have to wonder, would I be better off actually using my removals on some of the worst items? Probably. But I live in hope that we will eventually get another removal capsule and sunglasses will start to work. Let's take another lucky capsule. Okay, 150. Don't want a ruby. No, we don't. Okay, let's skip all these. Okay, let's skip this and let's skip the last rent payment. 777, and we made it no problem with 2,186 left over. This time your landlord was hexed by witches. Let's continue for a bit in endless mode to kind of see what we get. We don't particularly want a diver, although it would remove 2 of our items, so it's not too bad. Let's take the diver. Let's take very big symbol bomb. Let's take a void fruit. Skip all of these. Let's take an item capsule. Let's take a buffing capsule. Midas bomb there. Another dame is pretty good. Skip this. Let's take a void creature. I don't want another Robin Hood. Okay. Many things going on there. This should be a giant rabbit. 108. Let's take another item capsule. Okay, let's skip this. Let's use this symbol bomb. Ooh, pirate. How are we doing? I don't think this is the run for pirate. Let's take this. Let's take this. Okay, and let's take a reroll capsule. Still hoping to get a removal capsule, and then we can really start shaping this deck. I don't want a... Do I want another rabbit? Let's take one more rabbit. Maybe we could pivot into rabbits and moons now, actually, since we have decided to go endless. It's a bit late, but we probably still have time. Let's reroll. Let's get another item capsule, I guess. Okay, the diver has taken out the second symbol. Oh, there's one more. Excellent. So the diver will actually remove 3 symbols. Let's take a hustling capsule, I guess. Okay, we could do another hustling capsule. Egg carton. Okay, we're getting all of the items at the moment. And let's skip all of this. We'll have a giant shiny pebble worth 16. Pretty much as we could. Let's take a wealthy capsule. Let's skip the rent payment. So we made the 1000 rent payment with 2833 left over. 1500 now due in 10 spins. Shouldn't be a problem. We don't want a treasure chest. Don't want any of that either. Let's take holy water because it is rare. Although guillotine is actually better, but let's I don't even know what rare I'm actually looking for. Cleaning rag would be one of the best items we could be offered, actually. Okay, perfect. We have started to get some removal capsules, so we can start removing items. Let's start off with the dwarf. Okay, 250, excellent. Let's take a void stone and let's remove. Let's just go for, let's remove this rabbit. No, the cat's next. Just have to be careful not to use too many removal capsules. We want to keep at least 4 so we get 1 every turn. Okay, do I want another rabbit? Yeah, sure. 3 rabbits, that's enough. And let's remove the other cat. Okay, the diver has now removed all the symbols, so I think we can probably now remove the diver. I don't want any of these. Let's remove, is it the rabbit fluff next? No, shiny pebble. Okay. The actual coin collecting animations still take a while. I have put the animations and the spin speed up, but this coin stuff, wonder is there any way of putting that up? As far as I know there isn't, but please let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, let's remove this and let's remove one of these bronze arrows, I guess. Oh, the diver needs to go, actually. That should be my next removal. Let's remove the... Let's take a reroll capsule. Let's get rid of the diver. And we're back down to 20 symbols where we want to be. That means every symbol will roll in every turn. We're actually at 19 symbols. Okay, now when we add a symbol, we'll get rid of a worse symbol. Let's take a hustling capsule. Okay, 300. Let's we don't need another removal capsule. We don't actually need anything. Let's skip the rent payment. 1500. We made that with 3683 left over. 2000 now due in 10 spins. Don't want any of these. Let's take instant ramen. It's definitely better, I think. Okay, 250 on that spin. Another void stone is decent. $280. That seems to be kind of whereabouts we are. Ooh, we have lunchbox. Let's take a chemical 7. Let's take another chemical 7. And let's take a third chemical 7. Okay, not too bad. What else do we have? Nothing. straight away rolling in and giving us 70. Where does the money come from? Does it just randomly come from like the side or somewhere? Didn't actually notice. Presumably I did get the money. Okay, and 400 on that spin. Okay, not too bad. Let's take another void fruit. Just building up our void portal. It's now giving us 8. Still not a massive amount, but every little helps. Let's take another chemical 7. Okay, 280, not too bad. Let's take a Ruo capsule. And let's use the reroll capsule for a golden arrow. It's fantastic. And as you know, generally, well, I don't know if you don't know, generally when I play Endless, I play until the amount of coins I get in a spin is higher than whatever the rent payment is at the time. And at that stage, I decide that, yeah, this is a truly endless run, and it's usually where I leave it. So that's what the plan is to do here. And I don't know, maybe we can do it with diamonds, but we might need to switch into something that buffs rabbits. Quiver is great. And I don't get a second rare, so let's take triple kind, I guess. Okay, 600. We don't need any more rabbits. Yeah, I think rabbits and moons are probably going to get me there. This Amherst though is not doing too bad. This could also get me there fairly soon. Let's skip it. Okay, 190, not one of my better spins. $500, let's skip. Alright, and skip all these. I still don't have the, what is the pepper that gives me money whenever I skip. Not that it make much of a difference, but. Okay, 400. Here's another pirate. This is not the run for you. 2 pirates in 1 run. It seems that the game has decided that it's offered me enough moons and is not going to offer me any more. Okay, let's skip. We will do 1 more rent payment, and haven't been offered anything good there. We could do Maury the Rabbit, sure, why not? And we could do Copycat. We don't have any cats, but it is the rarest item, so probably should take it. Rabbits should now give us 36. They must have been hit by a symbol. Rabbits should give us 4 by 3, 12. Alright. Not doing too bad. I'll probably leave it after the next rent payment. It's been, what's it, 35 minutes, so a long enough video. It doesn't look like we will be able to transition into moons. The game just has decided that it's already offered me enough moons. I turned them down, and maybe it's feeling slighted or something. Oh wait, there's a moon. I take it all back. Let's remove Robin Hood now as the worst symbol. Ooh, very big Amherst. This could be a big turn actually. 1700, not too bad whatsoever. Skip this. Another 400. How many symbols do I have? Not so bad. 108 on that rabbit. Oh, this could be decent. With a dame and a golden arrow hitting this amherst for a nice 400. Not too bad at all. This should be a pretty decent diamond. 4 dames hitting it. 160. Wow. Not the best. Let's do one more. This rent payment. Let's see what items we get. And we'll probably leave it at that. Let's skip all these. Don't need cardboard box. Let's take lucky dice, and let's take, I guess, Curse Catan. Doesn't really matter. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. We did a very nice diamond run. Took a load of diamonds early on, and luckily they started kind of transforming just when we needed them. So yeah, I think if you're offered coal early, it's definitely worth picking up. And that just fueled this entire run. We tried to pivot a bit into rabbits towards the end, but it seemed like the game wasn't having it. If I went a bit longer, I definitely think rabbits will be the way to go for a truly endless run. Although this amherst is doing pretty decent. You can also just grow that huge. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give us a like, comment down below and let me know what you thought of the run, and subscribe to see more runs every day. Until next time guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.